Guys, today is an awesome day. I got one of my grails in, and here it is. It's Mezco Thor. Super exciting. I've wanted this for a really long time. This is the classic Jack Kirby Thor from Mezco's 112 Collective. And it is chock full of goodness. It has got accessories up the yin-yang, cloth goods all over it, shiny pieces, swinging hammers. Oh my God, look at this artwork on the side. I am just pumped. I have always wanted this thing. It became available and I had to grab it. Let's take a look at it. So the first thing we're going to notice is this beautiful colored box with the Jack Kirby artwork on it. Really nice looking. Let's get it out here and see. Oh my God, look at this. It's layered in the packaging in such a way that you can see only a little bit at a time. The Thor itself is at the forefront of it, along with the Mjolnirs. Here's the base. This thing it's packed to the gills. I have never had a figure with so many accessories. Look at all the lightning effects, the spin of the hammer. There's impact effects. There's zapping effects. It is off the hook. Look at this thing. It's got that wonderful flight stand. Oh, look at this. 2 heads. What's great is that the faces, the helmet, and the hair are all interchangeable. So whatever wings on the helmet you want to have, whatever direction you want them to go, if you want the hair to be blown in the breeze or just still, you just swap it out. And then look at these. Here's the spinning hammer. The hammer actually spins on an axis that you can physically just spin it like a wheel, which I thought was a really cool feature that it has. Just little nuanced things that you could tell they really put a lot of care into this thing. The details on it are immaculate. There is one small hitch, and I'm going to get into it, which all Mezcos are notorious for compared to other 6-inch figures. But look at this head sculpt. Look at these head sculpts. Look at that yelling. Look at that stoic face. Those golden locks. Look at this. This is great. 2 Mjolnirs. You got the different fists, open hands, flying hands. Let's pop them out here. Let's see what's going on. So ultimately what I was going to say is that, yes, Mezco's notorious for not having great articulation because of the soft goods. If you over-articulate it, you're going to rip his pants or rip the shirt, or, they're sewed together. So, you have to have a certain level of care. However, the articulation it has is awesome. It's got good double jointed elbows. It's got, single jointed knees under here, but who cares, because it's got these awesome boots. This is strictly an aesthetic purchase. You got the gauntlets there on his wrists. This cape, the flowing ability of this cape and the wire inside, it is so awesome. This is a dream for me, because, Thor is so high on my pantheon of heroes. Here's the knee. Like I said, if you go too far, you're going to rip his pants. His head does spin pretty good. He's got good up, left and right articulation. Because of the hair, the up and down, that's as far up as he can look. But you know what? I'm not worried about it. He's got a good T-pose on him. He's got, good shoulder movement there. And this, like I said, this pops off here. The helmet comes right off. The hair comes off. The face comes off. It's all interchangeable. You got the metal inlays on the discs on his costume here. Ab crunch here. Again, notorious with Mezcos, but it's all right. This is, the purpose of this is to look good. It's not meant to be all curled up in a ball like Spider-Man. I'm just thrilled. I mean, ankle swivel. He's got, a thigh swivel there. He's got a good rotation on his shoulder here. It's just, the wrists are good for moving with the hammer and everything. You put him in whatever position you want. A good wire cape goes a long way with me. I'm a sucker for a good wire cape. And the colors, the bright Jack Kirby 60s colors, it's just, it's chef's kiss. I can't say any more about how much I love this thing. It is just, it's awesome. It's awesome. just the overall look of it. And then you got this screaming head, which is even better. This full-blown, in the wind, coming at you, screaming head sculpt, which is really just, it's dope. I love this thing. You know, like I said, this is just, it's a dream. Look, this thing just pops right off. It comes right off here, and that's it. Again, simple stuff. Let's take these Mjolnirs out here first. Let's move him along here. Next step in this little process here is to now separate the layers, because they are packed tight of just different layers of here's the, like I said, here's the hands, and here's the two Mjolnirs. They have different shapes on the bottom of the strap. One strap is loose and one strap is solid. A lot of care went into this thing. He got these, like I said, he's got one with the gripping hand on the end of the strap. Everything was thought of with this thing. Everything was thought about. The different things that Thor can do with his hammer was seriously considered. You know, all the different, you know, poses, the hits, the zaps, the spins, and the flying, and everything was considered with this thing. Every piece, every action. You know, the hats off to Mezco for this thing, because look at this. That's like a massive impact swing that goes right on the hammer there. So we're going to put this on the side here. I'm just going to now separate this to the next layer. And here we got all these other goodies here. Look at this thing. This is just like, look at that spin. The spinning hammer. It kills me. You had me at hello with the spinning hammer. Look at this. There's cool Kirby zap lightning bolts, and this thing is just, it's just so cool. The more I go through this now, it just becomes, it's a joy. Look at this. Look at this lightning bolt. Look at this impact. Again, the hammer spin. Look at how it loses visibility as it goes around. It becomes almost translucent on the one end because it's going so fast. You can't see it on that end because it's coming around. And look at that. Like, and they really thought, look, that hole in the center, that piece goes on the end of the fist, and then you can physically spin the thing. Here it is. Let's put it posed here. Look, obviously, that's what I wanted to do because, again, you had me at hello with the hammer spin. And this is it. It's a good coming at you pose. It's not too aggressive, like I said, because of the limited articulation, but it's great. The cape is in the wind. It's blowing. His hair is blowing backwards. He's getting ready to lunge forward with this spinning hammer. This thing is just, dynamite. The more I look at this thing, the more I love it. It is going to grace my shelf in my Avengers display, front and center. It is just exactly what I wanted in a classic Jack Kirby Thor. Now is a good time to talk about these algorithm things, and here he goes. Right here in the front, Miss Marvel flying behind him, and you got Giant Man. I can't wait to add the other, big three, Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America. They're going to look great together. This thing, he's just, I got him lunging forward. I got that little stand on the back holding his leg. It's awesome. It's great. I'm thrilled. Get yourself a Mezco Thor if you can. It is phenomenal. I am so happy. Thank you guys again. This has been fun. Can't wait to see you next time. Be well.